Welcome. My name is Holland Timmins, also known as The Connoisseur on YouTube, and today we'll be taking a look at Star Wars The Clone Wars, the complete Season 3. As you can see, this is the cover. They changed the packaging for the third season to be more of a paper slip than an actual really cool collector's case, but that's okay because we get Savage Opress and the Wookiees, particularly Chewbacca. This is the season where a lot of episodes from Season 1 tie into the story arcs of this season, so a lot of the stuff that was out of sequence it actually lines up with this season. Yeah. The first arc there is a bunch of clone cadets trying to pass this test. And this is where you get introduced officially to Echo, Heavy, and Fives, among some others. You see how they forge this deep brotherhood type relationship of clone cadets. And yeah. Then the next one, of course, is from Season 1, where they're at this outpost, but that's Season 1. You should check that out later. Then, of course, is the actual invasion of Kamino, which has been promised since Season 1. And you get to see the invasion of Kamino, and my god, is it spectacular. All the clones return to protect their home world, and it is just really cool. Yeah, the next one actually is called Sphere of Influence, and it is also connected to Season 1. Actually, the very first episode of Season 1 takes place after this episode. So, on with, actually, this is one episode where it shows Jar Jar do something so amazing, so beyond his capabilities as this foolish character, that you know he's got to be using the Force in order to do it. If you're familiar with the Darth Jar Jar theory, it really comes into play during this episode, Sphere of Influence. Look at the live-action art performance, and you'll know what I'm talking about. Anyway, then of course there's corruption in the Academy, in which Ahsoka Tano goes to Mandalore to help uncover a plot. And then there's Disc 2. It's called Assassin, and it's about the assassination attempt of Padme by Aura Singh, one of the bounty hunters from last season, who apparently survived. Spoilers. Then there's Evil Plans and The Hunt for Zero, and those are episodes that take stuff from Star Wars The Clone Wars movie and the season finale of Season 1, and those elements tie into this series of episodes. Heroes on Both Sides and Pursuit of Peace are next, which is essentially just Ahsoka Tano and Padme teaming up yet again to try and forge a peace treaty with the opposing side. Disc 3 is Night Sisters, Monster, Witches of the Mist, and that is when Asajj Ventress is abandoned by Count Dooku and left for dead, and so, seeking revenge, she goes to this planet, Dathomir, I believe, where the Night Sisters, this group of witches, hangs out with Mother Talsum, the matriarch of the Night Sisters. And it's this whole deception angle of the Sith, which is really put into the forefront here. And in the episode Monster, she creates Savage Opress. He is without doubt, one of the cooler villains of the Clone Wars. And not just because he's the same race of Darth Maul, but as his story arc continues, you'll see what it brings to the table, what all this brings to the table for the future of the characters. Then there's Overlords, Ultra Mortis, and Ghosts of Mortis. This is where Anakin, Ahsoka, and Obi-Wan go deep into space and encounter this Force-sensitive object, mysterious object in space. And it really answers some questions about whether Anakin is the chosen one or not. And honestly, I think this should have been one of the movies, this arc. I'm glad that it's presented in Star Wars The Clone Wars Season 3, but you see this arc, and you're going to be wondering why it wasn't one of the movies. It's just that good. Then there's Disc 4, The Citadel Counterattack and the Citadel Rescue, in which Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Ahsoka go to the Citadel to rescue this Jedi to retrieve half the information. The other half of the information was given to a military personnel by the name of Tarkin. If you remember that from episode 4, good for you. Anyway, Anakin expresses his frustration with the Jedi for not going far enough to win the war. And he and Tarkin agree on that. And anyway, they go for this impossible escape from this citadel, and they appreciate the magnificence of how hard it is to escape from the citadel. And Anakin expresses regret that it isn't in Jedi control, as does Tarkin. It's a really cool series of episodes. I'd really recommend it, especially if you're into the whole prison escape type movie series. I don't have as many of them as I should, but yeah. It's definitely livelier than The Shawshank Redemption, and that one was a masterpiece, but this is more lively, so. Then there's Padawan Lost and Wookiee Hunt, in which Jedi, Padawans, and younglings are captured by Trandoshan bounty hunters and are hunted as the most dangerous game. And it could have ended like that, but they made the stupid mistake of also capturing a Wookiee by the name of Chewbacca, and let's just say that wasn't the greatest idea on the part of the Trandoshans, nor was it a great idea to capture Ahsoka Tano. Not a Jedi youngling, but a Padawan, and a pretty badass Padawan at that. She uses Anakin's training to escape, and also alongside the help of a certain Wookiee to escape. Anyway, so that is Star Wars The Clone Wars, the complete Season 3. What did I think of it? I think it's a really good season, actually. The seasons keep improving and improving, especially in animation, but also in storytelling. As I was saying, there's this one story, the Mortis trilogy, which I think is a really well-told story, and I don't see why it wasn't one of the movies, other than the fact they didn't think of it. I don't know. I think this is a really good season, though, so if you like Star Wars The Clone Wars, and you want to see it grow even further, get the complete Season 3, because it's just awesome.